Um, just a couple of things. Many of the issues that have already been raised, but I'd just like to ask first of all about small primary schools and the returns for the 30th of September, particularly pertaining to the numbers of projected income on teachers who are schools who were provided with a teacher depending on their projection of the enrolment up to the 30th of September, who are now not, unfortunately, going to reach that number, who may be one teacher short. And I just know on a personal level, I've been contacted by a school who will be one teacher short of the projected number that they had hoped had got that teacher, but will now lose it, and their class will go from being 21 in the 24th of October when they get the midterm break to 32 when they come back. So they'll have an increase of 11 students in their class after Halloween. And they will also have 8, 9, 10 and 11-year-olds in that class, which is huge pressure to put on any teacher. And I think it leads on to a lot of the questions that we had last week and the coverage about JobBridge and people going out. So if I could ask you about that as well, Minister. So I'm asking you two things about, first of all, will there be any or can you advise, will there be any exceptions made to schools like that, small schools who perhaps won't reach that quota, but who will have the added bonus of having, or the added, I don't know what the word is, will have the added, I suppose, barrier in that they will have children of many ages in the classroom, and also about the effect of JobBridge and what your views are on kind of all the media coverage that went on with the JobBridge for SNAs and everything that went on there. Could I also ask you about the back to school costs? Last year, or towards the end of the year in 2013, we had the survey announced by former Minister Quinn, which I wholeheartedly welcomed, on putting it out to parents on their views, particularly with relation to school uniform, which was to be back in February of 2014. Now, I've been trying to get information on this report and find out exactly how many schools did reply to it. And if they didn't, is there anything that we can do to ensure that schools do? I mean, I know we're waiting for the Parents' Charter, and I look forward to that coming out. But in the meantime, is there any additional way that we can see? Because I think it's very, very important when we're dealing with school costs that we need to get the views, and we need more interaction between parents and the school. So if I could ask about that. The other thing I just wanted to ask about was in special schools and teachers teaching in special schools, about the qualifications. I know I've been received kind of representations from people who have children in special schools, but the teachers don't appear to have qualifications in special needs teaching. Yes, they have the primary schools and they're, have been vetted and all the rest of it, and they're perfectly qualified. But, I just feel that teachers in special schools should have, either through their teacher training courses or have an additional course that they must do, like other teachers do, to qualify them to deal with the very specific extra needs that there are in teaching special needs children. So that's it. And finally, if I could just ask very briefly on the junior cycle and the progress that has been made on the junior cycle.
Okay.